silly season, baby.
Oh yeah.
Injury season.
This is what will determine how far teams go.
Well,
The busy period's always the way.
We're going to find out if Arsenal got the testicular fortitude to pull off the win that they so desperately need.
But yeah, it's we're unfortunately we've kind of not stuffed up. It's not our fault, but there's so many games that we're doing this now in the middle of a round.
Yeah, there's been 3 games this morning already played. Crazy, which we'll talk about next week. But we're going to have 2 rounds of football this week to talk about next week. Then we're going to have Champions League to follow straight after that with Europa League as well. Then another round.
We might have to start pulling double duty.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We just have to podcast every day, bro. Because this is insane. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And this is where we're gonna find out. This could go really funny for Arsenal fans, or it could be like distinguishing and they get through it unscathed and win all their games, and everyone goes, maybe they are title chances.
Yeah, look, I think when we get to the Arsenal-Chelsea game, we'll talk about, because we're the last game.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about Arsenal and Chelsea and all the other big teams and how they're going to progress with the rounds coming up. But let's get into some news.
Well, we won't do too much because we've got a lot of shit to talk about.
I think at the moment we're just doing more games than anything.
Yeah. Well, carrying on in our La Liga bashing fashion.
Yeah. First bit of news. La Liga.
First cab off the rank. Xabi Alonso. So obviously we spoke about him and Vinny Jr. feuding. Right, yes. Vinny doesn't like that. He criticizes, doesn't play him as much as he wants to be fucking played. Yep. So now apparently Xabi Alonso's job is on the line at Real Madrid because there's an emergency meeting that's being held this week to discuss his future after 5 players have come out and voiced their opinions about how he sets the team up tactically. I think it's fucking insane.
I think it's insane too. Like, it's the last time I remember this sort of like turmoil happening was when Rafa Benitez went to Real Madrid. I'm talking about just Real Madrid, right? He went there, but they were losing. Like, they were not playing well. These guys are playing pretty well. Look, away from home, they're a bit sketchy, but at home, they kill it.
But they're second. I think you're second in La Liga.
They're second at the moment. They're 4 points behind Barca. Even though they beat Barca in the Clásico, they're still 4 points behind, but they have a game in hand. They're playing Thursday morning.
And they're what, 5th in the Champions League now?
5th in the Champions League. So that's mad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome.
Better than they were last season, right, in the Champions League. Remember how shit they were last year in the Champions League?
Is that when they ended up playing City in the knockout? Yeah. So they finished in between 9th and 24th.
Yeah, they didn't even get top 8.
Yeah, they didn't get top 8.
So
and at the moment,
he's improved on their situation from last year.
And they were struggling last year. They were down the bottom at one stage.
But you know what it is? Is he doesn't feed into the egos of these big players.
Yeah.
Vinny Jr., he's happy to bench.
Yep.
Right? Rodrigo, who actually doesn't even kick up a fucking stink about it, just goes, no, I want to stay here and play and fight for my team.
Which is, I don't know if you know, but I think he's gone 30 or 35 games without scoring for Real Madrid.
It's fucking insane.
But he's still happy to sit there and fight for his players. Yeah. I would love to know who the 5 players are, because I was just trying to think off the top of my head, like, who would they be?
I can't imagine it's Jude or Mbappe.
I wouldn't think it'd be those two.
I imagine it's Vinny Jr. taking like his cronies and some of the other younger guys and going.
And maybe a couple younger guys.
They do have a superstar team at the moment. If you really think they've got the best young players, they've got the best players, right? So they've got Jude Bellingham, arguably one of the top 5 players in the world. Mbappe, again, top 3 players in the world. Vinny Jr., I mean...
You have your opinions.
I have my own fucking opinions about that. But people classify him as, potential Ballon d'Or winner. I don't fucking see it.
You look at their mids, they'll have like Valverde, Camavinga.
Yeah, but Valverde's just like, he's chill. He's just like, I need you to play right back today. All right.
Same with Camavinga. They're like, I need you to play right wing. I need you to play left wing. I need you to play right back. I need you to play cam, CDM. Yeah. He's just like, okay. So I wouldn't think it'd be them.
I can't put my finger on who the 5 who would be the 5 players. I know Vinny Jr. is definitely fucking one of them.
Would you think maybe like, I wouldn't think Militao. I'm thinking like fellow Brazilians, right? I wouldn't think Militao because
but you never know with the Brazilians. They're all good.
Yeah, I know.
Like, he's just like, fuck it.
I'm just trying to think, like, who else could it be? Maybe like Mendy. I don't know. It couldn't be Carvajal. I wouldn't say Trent. I wouldn't say Courtois. Like none of
Trent
this.
just got there.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Like, I
can't
would-
see Trent going in there and being like, I haven't really been playing that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I passed good, but I haven't really done anything else good. So, it's Chouameni maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, I really have no idea. So I'd love to know who the other 4 players
I'm sure
are.
at some point it'll have to come out.
Yeah, 100%.
Because,
yeah.
I just think it's crazy that, you know, fuck, you want to sack Joe Alonso, you can take Slot's job.
Yeah, if he does go, you tell him just to, like, if you guys are like Liverpool, I would just be like, just hold out, just give us a bit of time, because if Slot doesn't do well,
If they sack him, they're gonna have to pay him out. He'll just chill out for a bit,
exactly,
you know, take some
he
mental
will
health
have
time,
and he will
jump
have
back into it.
so many options of jobs to take. So it'll be really up to him
everyone.
as to where he
They'll
wants
just
to
be
go.
like, anyone that's looking for a manager, you take Tottenham will be on the table.
Oh, bro,
We could be on the table.
Oh, look, and this
Potentially Barca if they get rid of fucking Hansi.
look, this is a long shot as well. City. I think if Guardiola retires,
Guardiola's done. There's no way he's going another season, I don't think.
I think he would be.
His contract finishes, right?
Yeah, I think he would be pushing, like, sorry, not him pushing for a contract, but he would be pushing another season, like, physically and mentally for himself.
Well, I think it depends on what manager comes to light to take over, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you have the options of Xabi, right? Well, even Enrique could be an option.
At PSG.
PSG,
Yep.
right? There's rumors. There is rumors floating around that he could potentially replace Slot as well.
I did say that one, actually,
Soccer
yeah.
Forever was reporting it.
Yep.
And I'm like, that could be an option because it makes sense. Like, he likes the attacking style. There's a lot of attackers in the fucking team.
Yeah.
Like, it would make sense to do it. We'll pay him the money he wants. He's been in England before, hasn't he?
Who?
Luis Enrique?
No.
No, he
he
hasn't.
was meant to come to Chelsea before, after, what was his name? Tuchel.
Yeah.
He was rumoured that, because he was free at the time, he was rumoured to come to Chelsea, but it just never materialised. And apparently he was keen on it too. But yeah, he's never coached. He's only done Barca
So
and PSG.
I think there's a few options for these bigger managers to move on now, right? Like, you've won everything at PSG. There's no point staying any further, right? Like, what are you going to go do the quadruple again?
Yeah.
You know, like, come on.
Or just wait 4 years to win the Club World Cup.
So I don't know. I mean, if Xabi Alonso gets sacked from Real Madrid, I think it's the craziest fucking thing ever. It's fucking insane.
But I think this has always been an issue at Real Madrid, because obviously they do the Galacticos, right? So you've just got a bunch of egos, great players, all in one team, and so then it's up to you to manage, and that's why Ancelotti was so good at it.
Well, same as Zidane.
Same as Zidane,
Right, because what are the players going to do? The players are going to go sit there and go, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." What do you mean I don't know what I'm talking about?
Bro, Ancelotti won multiple Champions Leagues as a player and as a manager. Zidane,
Across multiple teams.
yeah, across multiple teams. He coached AC and he coached Juve, and then he went to Chelsea. And bro, the guy's been everywhere and he's just won everything. And then same with Zidane. Like, what are you going to do? Go to Zidane and be like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Even Cristiano Ronaldo knew that Zidane knew what he was talking about.
Dude, exactly right. And I'm sure he'd be the first one to tell Vinny Jr., you fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if like...
Conor Bradley put you in his back pocket. Fuck off.
This is going to be a real test for Xabi, because I think it's just always been in Real Madrid's DNA that you've got egos, but you just need to know how to contain them.
Well,
So
you
it'll
have
be
to have someone
interesting.
they respect enough not to go and talk back.
And look,
you know
to be
what I mean?
fair, I think you said it last week where Xavi Alonso technically is a Real Madrid legend.
Yeah.
He won multiple trophies at Real Madrid, and then he did it at Bayern, and he did it at Liverpool too. So the guy knows his shit.
Yeah.
I just don't know why there's so much issue at the moment. It's just,
It's because obviously the tactics that he wants to play is not how they want to play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then their whole thing is, well, like, we're bigger than the club. That's what it sounds
That's
like.
what it
right?
sounds like,
It sounds like I'm bigger than the manager.
Yep.
And the manager should listen to what I want to do. It's like, no, that's not how a team works.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And five players.
Five players, yeah.
It's like, well, your squad's 20 odd players.
yeah.
Fuck
You
those
got
five.
you got 23 players.
Yeah.
Like five, that means you take away the 5, you got 18 more. They'll make it
Yeah,
work.
100%.
So it'll be interesting to see who they back.
yeah.
But if it was me,
I think if they back the players, it'll destroy Real Madrid.
if they back the players, what message does that send to any future managers? You can come,
yeah.
but you need to cater to their bullshit.
So essentially, the owners will be going, "Oh, well, the players run this team.
Yeah.
You just put them out on the pitch and they'll do their
yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah,
So you
And
don't need a manager. You just go hire some retarded guy.
just get a robot that does AI.
Yeah, you just do football manager.
Yeah.
Just have a football manager go sim.
Yeah.
and it'll just tell you how to play the team. Fucking idiots. Well, we've got a new FIFA rule that might be coming in as well.
Great.
So Pierluigi Collina, the greatest referee ever with the scariest eyes possible.
The Italian.
The Italian.
The bald Italian. He was a fucking
the
psycho.
only referee to ever be put on the case of FIFA.
But he was a mad cunt. I think he was the only one that ever stood up to like Gattuso.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just had the eyes, bro, and you're like, oh my God.
You're like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Give him the yellow card or it'll go away.
Yeah. Yes, okay. Sometimes it may be shit. Sometimes it may be good.
Sometimes it may be good and sometimes it may be shit.
But anyway, so he's kind of the overarching guy for the referees now for FIFA.
Makes sense.
And so he's announced during the Arab Cup, which is upcoming, there's going to trial a new rule. So players who receive medical attention on the pitch have to go off the pitch for 2 minutes.
I like that idea.
I 100% like it too, because we've seen it over, obviously, last round with Man City.
Yep.
When we get into the game, we'll jump into it. But there was a whole controversy with how it was handled with a keeper on the ground and then players getting tactical advice from the manager. Shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
I completely agree. How many players go down injured because they need to give a break to too much pressure that's going on the pitch? And there's no recourse. Like, they go off the pitch for like 1 minute. Or not even. Sometimes they just step off the pitch and step back on.
The best is where they limp off the pitch and then it's
they
like, you come back on and then they bolt back on. You're going, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, look, I support it. I think it makes a lot of sense. It'll stop players going down. What I do see happening is goalkeepers will just go down. You can't make a goalkeeper go
Yeah, you can't have your goalkeeper off for 2 minutes, right? They have to stay on. So I could definitely see that happening. Again, I think it'll be a case of players going down, but they're not requiring attention. So they'll go, do you want me to get medical attention? They're like, no, I'll be all right. Kill a bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah, you 25 listeners deserve it. But we'll just jump straight into the Champions League.
Pay them.
No, you get interns, dude.
Yeah, interns.
Yeah,
That's
you
the way
get
to go.
interns straight out of uni. It's like, yeah, dude, we'll sign your paperwork off.
That's the way to go.
There's just 5 of them hanging around. It's like, so what do you need us to do? Make sure we have no fucking technical issues. You're fired. We just keep firing them. Just
have to pay them shit.
Yeah. Every week it's just a new guy we fire. But let's get into the kind of the Champions League games. We'll run through these quickly.
Yeah.
So we had obviously Marseille, Newcastle.
Yeah. So I had Marseille as our daily double in the Bet365 comp that we got going on.
Yep.
I was very happy with that because I think Marseille at home is very strong, Newcastle away very weak, and Aubameyang got a double in that one.
Nice goals too. I mean, you had a goalkeeper running out, just fucking around.
Which seems to be the new There must be something going on. Like, is the moon in a different angle or something?
Nah, it's just goalkeepers want to get involved. Fucking idiots.
Then we had the Chelsea game. Look, loved it. 3-0 at home. We were getting mugged all week that Lamine Yamal is going to get us and blah, blah, blah. And Cucurella had him in his pocket all game. Got man of the match as well. And then, Esteval, the wonder kid, got a fucking cracker goal.
Oh, and you had Arejo just getting sent off because he got skinned the entire fucking game.
Yeah, he got his first yellow was for dissent, and his second yellow was Cucurella was going to run away with it, and he just barreled into it.
It was so dumb. It was a dumb way to ruin the game for Barca.
I didn't say this before, but I don't know if you know, Arejo was being axed from the squad after this game.
Oh, Hansi flicked him.
Hansi flicked him out. Damn
comic genius.
Yeah, he's the captain too.
Yeah, well, maybe not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, bring back Rashford.
Then we had the City game.
City
2.0 or City Junior.
Yeah, City B.
Yeah, City B. Yeah, because Guardiola made 10 changes and Leverkusen came out and beat him in Manchester.
Oh, man, it was complete domination.
Yeah, it was a great win for Leverkusen. Very, very good win. Who was after that?
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
You want to quickly run through them?
I'll keep my rant shorter this time around since the fucking technical issues. We had nothing. We got completely dominated by PSV.
You did.
It was, again, like I said, they came out in the first 20 minutes and just 15 minutes and just put pressure on us. we had no answer to it. Defensively, couldn't get the ball out.
Yep.
PSV, Van Dijk, for some reason, does one of the stupidest things I've ever seen him do.
Have you seen
Puts his hand up in the box and just fucking hand of God in defense.
Have you seen that they think he's actually a basketball player and he's slam dunking?
Yeah, because there was all these videos of him playing basketball in training and he's sinking them all. They go, maybe you should have played basketball. Again, our best player is Dominic Szoboszlai.
Gets the goal, was, again, the best player your best player on the pitch.
Yeah, but then we couldn't carry on there. Kanate had another shocker, like terrible, to the point where now there's all these rumors coming out where they're like, yeah, Real Madrid will no longer pursue Kanate.
Yeah, and I mean, like, can you blame him?
No.
Would you really want to spend money? Well, not spend money, but like pay a player who plays like that? At Real Madrid.
That's what that's what I was saying when he's there. I'm just like, go, go, dude. That third goal is completely his error.
Bro, I don't know, because he misses the ball.
He misses the ball, and the guy just runs straight past him.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you play for France, right?
And then he had Curtis Jones next to him, who is not a right back and just got shafted there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like I don't think Slot still knows what his best 11 is at this stage.
I just don't think he knows what to do with the players that he has. Right, he keeps trying,
which is crazy,
different things within his system, and he can't. But again, he's got some of the world's best talent. Right, like there is an argument. It's like, oh, okay, they're not performing. Yeah, oh, cool, I get it. Like it is a funny thing to say, but to sit there and go, they're shit is the wrong attitude. They're clearly not shit. Right, like Florian Wirtz is clearly a talent. Ishak is clearly a talent.
That's why he spent so much money on him, right?
That's what I mean. You've got these talented players in there, and he can't do anything with them. So he's got to figure it out, and that's why everyone started pushing after this game, going, "You figure it out by Christmas, or see you later."
That's it. Yeah. After that was Arsenal Bayern. It was first versus second. Excuse me. And look, Arsenal came with a 3-1 win. Great win. They are now top of the table in the Champions League and top of the table in the Premier League. They were easily the better team.
Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, there was another team doing that last season. They got one trophy.
So you're saying that Arsenal is going to win the league?
Oh, I'm saying that Arsenal has an opportunity to maybe.
Why don't you just say what you say in the group chat?
Arsenal is the greatest team ever formed. Okay, to be fair, that's just me taking Arsenal Fan TV and just putting it back in the chat. They've got, what do they got? They've got the most dynamic young right winger in the world. They've got a 20-goal a season striker now.
They've got the best centreman in the world. They've got the best keeper in the world. The best right back in the Premier League, apparently.
They say all of this, but then won't say that they're going to win the league. Yeah. Kills me.
But, for a team that cost $1 billion, which I don't think we hear about enough. Yeah. We hear about our $1 billion rebuild. We hear about your $500 million window. We hear about Man City's $500 million defender raid that they had. We all hear about those raids or about that spending, but I don't think Arteta spending $1 billion in 4 years.
They don't win shit.
Well, they should be with the amount of money that they spend.
No one cares how much they spend if you don't win. If you win, they go there. It's like the only reason they won is because they spent all that money. Like, that's how football works.
That's going to be the excuse. Like, that's going to be some of the reasons at the end of the season. But let's see how they go. Look, undefeated in the Champions League, top of the table in the Premier League, looking good for Arsenal at the moment.
And then we had the final game around PSG Tottenham. Interesting game.
Very interesting. 5-3. What a game.
Colin Mawani started, probably the best game he's had, and in Tottenham jersey. Yeah. Right? 2 goals and an assist.
Against his parent club.
Richarlison still kicking on and doing what he's been doing.
Yeah, scoring. Scoring goals, which is amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
The only problem is that the best centre-back pairing in the world from Vandermeer Romero, they conceded 5 goals. Like, you can't be the best centre-back. You can't be a top Premier League, a top defensive side if you're conceding 5 in a game.
And then if you're going to say that they're better than, Gabriel or Saliba, who have copped 1 goal from Bayern in 5 games of the Champions League. Yeah. So,
This is just a bad trend at the moment.
Back it up, guys.
Yeah, this is just a bad trend going for Tottenham at the moment. We will get into the Premier League, but they are not in a good run of form. And must suck for them, but Andrew's doing a lot better at this stage in the Premier League and in the Europa League.
It made no sense to sack Ange. It made no sense to do it. They did it. So,
It's crazy that they sacked their coach, their captain left, and they sacked their the director as well. So clearly something's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, but it's always been a club issue for Tottenham.
Always.
It's never been.
I thought it was Daniel Levy, but it's beyond Daniel Levy.
Yeah, it's not. There's obviously people pulling the strings behind it.
Oh, yeah.
That is just causing issues in the club. They're not giving the players they want. They're not getting the players they want. They don't sell well. They don't buy well.
Yeah, they wanted Eze. They got nothing.
Yeah. So
No, they got Xavi Simons, sorry.
Yeah. And again, he's someone that no one talks about enough.
Nope.
He's been terrible.
Yeah,
and no
he
one
has.
focuses on him because prior to when we bought Wirtz, everyone sat there and went, "Oh, well, you guys are idiots. You just paid too much for Xavi Simons."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Right? Fuck."
But he has been terrible, so I guess they're ruining that one. Thank God we didn't get him.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into match day 13. So
You want to run through Europa League results?
Yes, I will quickly.
A few of those.
Yeah, look, we had 3 teams play in the Europa League and Conference Leagues. Look, Villa played first. They won 2-1 against Young Boys. And then Nottingham Forest played in the Europa League 2. They won 3-0 against Malmo at home. So 2 wins for the Premier League teams there. But Crystal Palace played away to Strasbourg. And I think that this is now going to be an issue for Palace in terms of gassing themselves out.
The squad depth's not there.
There is no squad depth whatsoever. Like, I was looking at the teams, they had like Nathaniel Klein is still there.
I see. The fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
Nathaniel Klein is still
playing
there.
Professionally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's still there. Look, they still got Nketiah there. Kamada came off the bench. Other than that, they got that Deveni guy. He's a young kid. Other than that, I don't know who these players are.
Yeah. Well,
And-
they don't play. They don't rotate.
No, they do not rotate. If you look at the team, the only players that they kind of rotated was Lerma, who would be for Wharton.
Yeah, Adam Morton.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. It was the same team throughout. So, look, I think, and we'll get into it when we get to the Man U game, but I can now see Palace starting to gas out. Small squad, playing a game every 3
especially
days.
over Christmas. If they cop
Yeah.
a couple injuries, Mateta goes down injured.
Bro,
It's not
if they
looking very
lose,
positive
if they
for
lose
them.
like Marquis or like a defender, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, I mean, he was right to obviously kick up a stink when they were trying to sell Marquis, right? Because now apparent, right? Without him there, they'd be getting absolutely flogged.
They had, oh yeah, for sure, yeah. But what they made like what 65 million off Eze. I don't see any investment in that. You've left.
No, they didn't buy anyone, right?
I don't think they did,
No.
or no one of note that we know of. So you've just left the manager, who I think is a top manager, Glasner. You've left him with an 18-man squad, and you want him to compete on 4 fronts.
Yeah, exactly right. You did so well to get to this stage, and then you just didn't progress. You'll just revert back to where you were.
Correct.
But you'll have a little bit of money.
It's like last year was the peak of their season. Win the FA Cup and the Community Shield, and that's it. Now you can go back to just competing.
We're happy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right. Now can we get into match day 13?
Sure. And tipping, how'd we go?
Tipping, yeah, you were quick to jump on that one. So, look, you got 5, I got 4, so I'm now 3 ahead of you.
Catch 'em, baby.
No, just give up, bro.
You said this 3 times this season already.
I know, it's only match day 13. Shit. All right, first game, Brentford-Burnley. Look, let's quickly, I know it was a 3-1 scoreline, but all 3 goals happened from the 80th minute onwards.
Yeah,
so let's just quickly jump to 80th minute. There were no highlights up until then.
A considerably boring game in which Burnley was just heavily defensive.
Bro, I watched the 5-minute highlights. The first real highlight came in like the 2nd minute, and it was the 80th minute. I'm like, what the fuck happened in the first 80? Nothing.
Nothing. No.
Altara
No
gets
chances created.
Yeah, nothing. There was nothing going on. Damsgaard had 1 shot, and that was it. Altara gets fouled in the box. Thiago gets the pen. He scores it. 4 minutes later, Fleming gets a pen. He scores it, so it's 1-1. 1 minute later, Thiago gets another goal, so he gets a double. Who I think you mentioned before has scored 11 goals?
11 goals this season.
And for a guy who we did not hear about to score 11
Tell you
goals.
what his previous team was.
Yeah, I could not tell you one thing about this guy. All I know is that he's banging in goals for Brentford.
Yep.
Killing it.
Because everyone was sitting there going, "Oh, Brentford's fucked this season."
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything. I think they had one game with the worst defensive performance I've ever seen from an EPL club.
Yeah.
And ever since then, they've just been great.
Yeah. They've been,
And I've sat there, I go, this doesn't make sense.
yeah.
I was like tipping them, I'm like, they're going to start dropping points here. Nope.
Nope. They've been super competitive in every game. And they got Burnley in this one. But then Altara gets the 3rd goal in the 92nd minute.
Just
so
closes the game off.
Closes the game out, yeah. Next game, we've got Sunderland Bournemouth. Now, I did pick Sunderland and you picked a draw, which could have happened considering that Bournemouth got 2-0 in 15 minutes. Yeah. So, first thing I want to mention, the weather. Disgusting.
Oh, mate, it was raining.
It was swirling rain.
Yeah. Full on fucking giant blobs of rain just hitting players. You're like, fuck playing in that, bro.
Yeah, fucking it's proper English weather football.
Yeah.
But look, Adley gets a goal.
Second game in the EPL.
Second game, Crazy. He gets a goal after Evan Nilsson hits the post. And then Adams scores from the... Actually, it was a good thing that the thing went out.
Yeah. He did call him a Dharma before.
I called him a Dharma because I couldn't spell.
Yeah,
so.
What a racist.
He chipped the goalkeeper from inside the centre circle.
It was a great effort, especially in that weather.
Now, would you say goal of the week for that one?
Definitely a contender.
Definitely a contender.
Big contender for it. I do love a long distance goal.
So, yeah, they go up 2-0 in 15 minutes. You think, oh, Bournemouth's going to run away here. But Lefay gets a pen in the 30th minute, bangs it in. And then Traore gets a goal 1 minute into the second half.
And surprisingly, one, didn't know that he was fucking playing for Sunderland.
Yeah.
And number two, that's his first goal for Sunderland.
Oh, nice. So maybe he joined this year.
He must have.
Yeah, he must have. But yeah, he gets. And I will give shout out to Xhaka for his assist. Man, he gets the ball and it looks like he's facing across and he cuts it straight in. And Traore just had acres of space to do what he wanted.
He's still a baller.
He is still a baller.
He's a huge baller.
Yeah, he's doing very well at Sunderland. I'm just having a look at Traore. So he was at Ajax last year. 49 games, 10 goals, 8 assists. Before that, there was Villa, Lyon. Yeah. Villa is where he did play at Chelsea, that's right. For one season.
Yeah.
And we
was
sacked
always
him.
very average.
He had
touted to be-
potential, but he never pushed on. And that's why we sacked him after that. And then Sunderland get the comeback. They complete off Brobby. Off a corner.
That's what I was saying. I mean,
Brobby?
Brobby. Whatever kind of makes you feel good. But yeah, he got the equalising goal against Arsenal.
Yes.
Now he gets the winning goal against Bournemouth. He's killing it for Sunderland. I mean, the whole Sunderland team are really overperforming.
They've definitely overperformed. Usually you think
they bought pretty well. Like, they bought decent amounts of players. They did bring in a lot of players, but they brought in good players in key positions. Like, you bring in Xhaka is a fantastic move.
Yeah.
You've got a leader.
Yeah.
Which I find a lot of these smaller teams come in, they get all these talented players, but no leader. And then you just have all these players just not producing where you expect them to produce.
Yeah.
They've done the opposite.
Look, you nearly got your draw. Tavernier hit the crossbar for a cracker shot in the 85th minute. It was so close. But then the big controversy, well, not even controversy, the fucking psycho point. Lewis Cook
just
throwing elbows, bro.
Yeah, all right, bro, join the UFC. The fuck? He just, out of nowhere, just spins around, just boom, elbow.
Some guys walk past, just goes bang. You go, what the fuck was that?
What's wrong with you, dude?
I saw that. I was going, whoa, bro. That's got to be at least the 5-game suspension.
Yeah, for sure. The minimum of 3, I think, is going to be extended.
Because it was super intentional, super violent. You're like, bro, there's got to be at least 4 or 5 games.
You can't just elbow people. It's not Sunday League.
Next game, City Leeds. Again, 3-2. Again, crazy game. We both picked City in that one, but look, let's start with City go up 2-0 pretty quick. Foden scores in the first minute.
Yeah. And
then Vardiol scores in the 25th minute off a corner. And it was all City. Like, Foden had a couple good chances. They dominated. Yeah. And it's at this stage you're thinking, oh, okay, well, I've triple captained Haaland. He's got to have one, right?
Fuck, don't remind me. I can't believe I triple captained him thinking... he surely gets a double against Leeds at home.
Dude, not only you and me, but 1.5 million other people also had the same thought.
Everyone sat there and went, oh, that looks pretty sure thing.
Yeah.
Nope.
No. Haaland decided to play like absolute dog's balls.
Oh, bro.
He did nothing. I think he had one shot on target. Which
I want to check his fantasy team. I reckon he took himself out, bro.
Put himself on the bench.
Yeah. Prick.
Maybe he was playing against someone that he knew was going to triple captain him.
He's a prick.
But... Leeds start with a comeback. So, okay, this was the craziest bit of defensive play that I've seen in quite a while. So, Núñez gives the ball away. He passes it to a Leeds player. They cut it through, through ball. Whoever it was crossed it back in. And Núñez decides, I'm going to take a touch
in the box.
In the box.
18-yard box.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
He takes a little bit of a heavy touch, goes straight to Calvert-Lewin, he bangs it in.
Just taps it.
You're just thinking, bro, you gave the ball away twice in 10 seconds.
Yeah, for a goal.
What are you doing? Yeah, for a goal.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the worst part of defensive play, unless you gave away a red card as well.
Yeah, and
pretty much can't do anything else.
And a red card's crazy because you'd have to be Lewis Cook. You'd have to like give the goal away and go fuck,
yeah,
and just punch the guy in the face. It's the only way.
And then 15 minutes later, Vardiol fouls Calvert-Lewin, and not just fouls, absolutely fucking murks him in the box. And the best part was he started complaining about how it wasn't a foul. Like, come on, bro,
dude, you killed him.
You killed. Yeah, exactly. And then Nemeka gets the pen, has it saved, but rebounds straight back to him.
Taps it in.
So by this stage, 2-2, you're thinking fucking Leeds are on here. And then fucking Phil Foden comes in with a 91st minute winner.
It's a nice goal.
Very
Takes
nice
two
goal.
touches just on the edge of that 18-yard box. Bang, bang, and then curls it from a jumping Guardiola. Goes under his legs and in the goal. It's a nice finish to win the game.
And
maybe Phil Foden's back.
Hey, I think you're right, and I think a lot of guys are starting to pull Phil Foden in their fantasy team now.
Oh, yeah, we saw it. Cash and Stammer both
I know.
put him in.
And I'm thinking, like, Foden, he hasn't done shit all season, and now he's picked up, which if City want to push for the title, they need someone else scoring besides Haaland.
Yeah.
Because games like this, Haaland didn't do shit.
No.
Right? And if he's not performing, someone else has to fill that role. And in that game, it was Phil Foden.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't, Marmoush and all those guys are definitely not performing.
No.
There's rumours they're going to loan him out.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one, actually.
However, there is, there was a bit of controversy in this Man City game with an offside. I think Guardiola's goal or someone, they were complaining that it was an offside.
I didn't actually see that one.
Let me pull it up. I did have it here.
Better you pull it up than pull it out.
It's just, dude, children listen to this.
Shall I jump quickly into the Everton game?
Yeah, go for it.
Just while you're looking. Look, I had a draw in this and you had Newcastle, and this was a slaughter. So, Newcastle scored the quickest goal of the season so far in 53 seconds. And that came off a corner after Elanga had a good chance after 19 seconds. So, Tior, I think his name is, he scores off the corner, 53 seconds. Tior! And the funniest part was I saw this video where the Everton fans were like recording. They're like, Jordan Pickford, he's one of us. He's a blue, blah, blah, blah. And then they concede the goal. I'm like, you fucking shit.
Yeah, after he fumbles it into the fucking goal.
Like, this fucking bullshit.
Tries to block it like this and it just goes straight through him and in the goal.
Well, it's a good thing that you brought that up because he actually did that twice. So the second goal was Miley. Miley has a shot and it goes straight through his hands, straight in the goal. And he wanted to bury himself in the ground after that one.
Oh, man, but it was a shocking game. It was a complete rape. Newcastle just raped Everton's defence.
Everton had nothing. And
they couldn't stop them.
I was very surprised because I always thought, look, Everton strong at home, new stadium, they've been pretty good. And Newcastle away has been very bad. Yeah. But this game, they flipped the switch.
Which also, I think, Walter Mead could have had a couple of other goals as well.
Well, yeah, so he scored the third goal in the 45th minute, but he had a few good chances. Yeah, he has been a top buy for Newcastle.
Oh, mate, they were spewing about Ishak leaving. They got the last laugh on us.
Yeah, you know big time.
They brought in this other guy who everyone's like, these guys got ripped off.
No, they didn't. No, they've been doing very well. Look, Alcaraz did hit the crossbar in the 56th minute, so Everton were pushing, but look, Tior gets his second 2 minutes later. Goalkeeper, again, Jordan Pickford came out, and then he's come out and then stopped. Like what we were talking about last week.
You can't hesitate. You either commit or you don't go.
Yeah, he committed, he half committed and then stepped back, and Tior just had an open goal after that.
100%.
And look, good thing for me, Shrewsbury Hall gets a consolation, 70th minute. But I don't know if you saw the goal, but he's touched to bring down the ball. The long ball, and he's just gone touch off his right foot, brought it down, and then had a shot. Yeah. Shrewsbury Hall is class. He's a classy player, and I think he's perfect for Everton.
Yeah, 100%. It's the right level for him where he shines.
Yes,
right? Like if you put him in a bigger team, he just kind of gets lost in the team.
Well, yeah,
he doesn't have that quality level. But
well, yeah, that's
for
right.
Everton, with him and Grealish and stuff around him, makes sense.
Yeah, well, at Chelsea, he was pretty much relegated to just Conference League games and FA Cup games. And you could tell why, because he was a level below what we needed.
Like, he's a great player. He's just not that world class.
Correct. Yeah. Next game, what do we got? We have the Tottenham game. And look, we both picked Tottenham in this. And
fucking everyone picked Tottenham in this, dude. It was the last leg of my multi. And I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, dude, this should be fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah, you would think, but no, Tottenham had other ideas. And look, before I get into the game, I just want to say that they have not won in the last 5 where they beat FC Copenhagen in the Champions League. And then before that, they beat Everton away 3-0 when Van de Ven scored his double.
Yeah.
That was on the 27th of October. Yeah, dude, so in 5 weeks, they've won 2 games.
Yeah, dude, it's not good. They're clearly in a worse position than when they had Ange at the team.
Yep.
And at least Ange had an excuse that he had like 12 players injured.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. They have no injuries.
No, they do. They've got some big injuries.
Solanke's injured.
Solanke, then you got Madison, and you got Kulusevski. But they were injured last year.
All the backup players that they have in those positions are performing.
Yeah.
Richarlison is performing.
Kudus
is performing.
Yep. Tells when he gets a chance.
Tells performs. Who they got?
Muani.
That's what I mean. They've got these other players that they've brought in that are performing.
I think it's more
get results.
I think it's more their mids. So you look at like their mids at the moment. You'd say like Paulinho, Xavi Simons, Bergvall.
Mids are mid.
Yes, I would actually. And look, they've pretty much got the same defense. The defense should be solid but they're just leaking.
Best centre back pairing in the world, man.
And Vicario is a good keeper, but they're just leaking at the moment badly.
Though, considering the goal that they copped against Fulham.
Well, we will bring that up. Yeah. So look. Fulham score in the 4th minute. Tete gets a deflected goal. Yep. Not much you can do about that. You just cop it.
To be fair, I think the issue with that was Bergvall was they put the ball across and it was actually a misplaced pass. Right?
Oh, right.
Bergvall, instead of intercepting it, was kind of back-footed and missed the ball. The guy takes a shot from the edge, takes a deflection, goes in.
Yeah.
Right? Unfortunate.
And then the open goal. Vicario went full retard on this one.
Oh, you never go full retard.
Yeah, he's run out of the box, right? And he's gotten the ball and he's tried to run around. He's gotten around the guy, right? But instead of him booting it out, he's booted it straight and it's gone straight to Harry Wilson. And he's just gone open goal, hectic, left-footed curler right into an open goal.
Great goal.
Yeah.
Great goal. But just, again, what do you do with Vicario, right?
Yeah.
Same thing that we said to Champions League with Aubameyang is the same thing that's happened here.
Yeah.
The keepers come out for no reason because there's no attacking option. There's no shot coming. You're not closing anything down. There's defenders there.
Yep.
You have essentially created a risk for that team. Then you couldn't clear the ball.
Correct.
All out for a throw.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Safety first, but I understand. Like you want to try to keep play going, and you want to play from the back and blah blah blah. But bro, you're running towards the goal, towards the sideline. You booting the ball straight up isn't going to help anyone.
No,
just boot it out, get back in goal.
Literally did the opposite and just hindered the shit out of it.
Not only did they try to score off their play, but then they conceded. And you're just going, bro, it's total opposite of what you need to be
100%.
doing. But look, first half was all Fulham, and they got mercifully booed off the field.
As they fucking should.
Yeah. Come out in the second half, look, Kudus gets a goal, which was nice because he was in my team. Great shot, just fucking belted the shit out of it to the near post, and it just went over Leno. But look, Spurs pushed and didn't get the equaliser, and they got mercifully booed.
As they should.
At the end of the game too. And like we said, like they've had... for 10 games in the past 5 weeks, and they've won 2. One against Everton and one against FC Copenhagen.
Yeah,
good. It's just like something
for the investment that you've made, bringing in Xavi Simons, Kudus, Conor Muani. You've brought in quality players, and you've again, much like Liverpool, gotten worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Worse. Those players are clearly not gelling. The new manager's not gelling. There needs to be a change at some point for Tottenham.
So I'm just having a look. They've won 2 games out of the last 11.
That's fucking insane.
You cannot have that sort of shit going on, especially with new manager. Look, I know it's a new manager, but they start off so well. You think you would have the team going at some stage.
Well, they beat City, and then once they beat City, they just turned to shit.
Bro, they beat City, and you're thinking, oh, they're going to kick on this year, and then they've just actually gone worse since that game.
I mean, like I kept touting, I'm just going, Tottenham's got an easy run. Get Tottenham players in. I see them developing, and they were just terrible.
Yeah, they were. They were not good.
Just do the opposite of my advice, guys.
The next game was the Palace game. Now, we both got this wrong. I picked Palace, you picked draw. Man, you fucking with a comeback. So, where are we? Palace, Man U. Look, Mateta gets fouled in the box, gets a pen. I don't know if you saw this, but he had to retake the pen because
it was the double touch.
Double touch, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when it was funny when they were doing it, right? When after he took it, the commentator was like, "Oh, it kind of looks like he mishit that."
Yeah.
Because it bobbled, and then they showed it, and he double hit it. Then he took the penalty again, and he cracked the fuck out of it.
He just went the opposite side.
It was
Bang,
a great pen too. Yeah. So that was again. They go up 1-0, but then look, I will give Man U some credit. They came back. Now the first goal was Xerxes.
And this is another tip for goal of the week.
Bro, it's a tight as fuck angle.
The angle's tight. Also, the ball's on like the half volley. So like you've got to take it pretty sweet, and he drills it into the opposite corner.
Dean Henderson was like, I think it went just past him. He's just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
And to be fair, Dean Henderson, like he had a half decent game.
He did,
made a few saves.
Yeah.
He was kind of on point. Had to wear a hat.
Look, I did watch the first half, and it was very back and forth. I think Palace's defense was holding out pretty well, and then trying to counter, and then like they would have a shot, and then like they'd go back and forth, right? And like I was saying before, I think Palace's squad is being stretched, right? And I think the second half they physically were exhausted. They played 2 days before in France. They travelled to France and then had to come back and play a fresh Man U who aren't in Europe.
Yeah.
So I think it came back to bite them not investing the Eze money.
Yeah, for sure.
And look, Mason Mount gets the winner for a quick free kick.
Your boy.
Wow, he scored like 3 goals. Man, it's good for him. Sad cunt. Fuck that cunt, bro. I want to go to a club that's going to compete for the league. All right, where are you at the moment? You piece of shit. The next game was Villa Wolves. Now let's make this one quick. Look, Villa won. We both had Villa.
Yeah.
So was it Villa Wolves?
Yeah. Oh, well,
yeah. We'll do these 2 games, and then we'll do yours, and then mine.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So the Villa game. Look, Rodgers hit the crossbar in the 3rd minute.
Again, Rodgers is involved in everything they do.
Very competitive.
Everything they do, he's involved.
Larson scored, but was ruled off due to the goalkeeper being blocked. So. Wolves thought they had it.
Very interesting how that one goes down, right?
Always. Yeah. So what happened was I think he made a run and whoever blocked him kept making the run.
Yeah.
And it blocked the Martinez. And then Martinez made a shot, saved the shot off the crossbar from the corner. If you saw that, bro, it just fucking reflexes.
Dude, he is arguably top 3 goalkeepers in the Premier League.
And look, I'm going to look at Arsenal's run, and I might consider putting him in my team for Nick Pope because he's injured at the moment.
Yeah,
so
I'll see how long
he's
coming into form.
Yeah, Villa are coming into form. Fucking oath. And then this was my goal of the week, Kamara's goal. Cracked the fuck out of it from outside the box.
Did I see the Kamara?
I hope you saw it because it was a fucking good goal.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, dude. All right. He's definitely up there for it. I think it goes. If we got to pick one, it's between him and the halfway goal by Adams.
Yes, they would be my 2.
Yeah,
Kamara just he gets the ball in the edge of the box and just cracks the fuck out of it, and Villa hold on to win the game. And look, we'll make this one quick. Forest Brighton. I had Forest and you had a draw. We're both wrong on that one. But look, first half pretty straightforward. Couple good chances. De Croupier gets the goal in the 46th minute after the Welbeck dummy.
Yeah.
It's a nice little... Bro, the dummy move is great.
Dude, Welbeck's killing it this season.
He is killing it.
And to be fair, he kills it every season, but you never really every season you go, damn, Welbeck's killing it.
Yeah.
And then at the start of the season, like, dude, Welbeck sucks.
Yeah, I think Welbeck's over the hill, but he keeps performing.
Yeah.
And then I want to get this guy's name right. Simas?
It's Simas.
Gets the game winner in the 89th minute. Look, defense was just in shambles at that stage. So,
well, I think
gets
this is the problem with Forest is if they don't get a goal early, I think they struggle really hard in the game because they're so defensively minded.
Yeah.
And also, if you can defend those crosses,
there's
not many options that they can fall back on with that team.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, then we had some positive results for Liverpool this week.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, look, raised the roof, dude. Not only did we get Alexander Ishak's first goal,
finally,
within the Premier League, you know, I think
what did he score in Champions League?
Yeah, he had that one barreled in goal in the Champions League, off the line,
Yep.
Then, so Alexander Isak gets his first goal. I will note, Wirtz got man of the match in this game. Probably should have finally got some assists and maybe a goal.
Yep.
He got one-on-one with the keeper. Keeper saved it at one opportunity. Then he had a couple of crosses that went across. Ishak was just behind the defenders. Arguably, I'd say, my critique of Ishak after his goal is that he probably should have got a couple because he was in positions, but he was just behind the defenders. Words provided the ball before.
EFL Cup has already scored.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah,
was that Champions League?
Yeah, but there was the guy. Wirtz was the pass before the assist in this game. Got it to Cody Gakpo. Bang! Gakpo puts the ball across Ishak first time, and which is what I've been saying to a lot of people. We've never had a player like this since Fernando Torres, right? Like where he's an out and out striker. Like you want to say, okay, Suarez was kind of that, but he did a lot more behind the ball and almost slipped into a 9 a lot of the times to get the ball.
He did everything for you.
Where
guys.
Ishak is just, he wants to sit up front. We need to figure out how we get the ball to him in an open space to
Would you
score.
say Benteke was your last out and out striker?
Yeah,
target man.
And
he was a proper target man.
And we bought him at the worst time ever, but we had no one crossing.
Well, this was after Suarez.
Yeah, correct. If we had him with Trent Alexander-Arnold on that team, you'd probably have a very different story. He whips a ball in. One note that I will say with this game is they play fucking Joe Gomez at right back. He has a fantastic game.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, well, not Slot, which is the issue, right? Like, we managed to keep West Ham to 0 shots on target.
Which is, you can't concede a goal if they don't have any shots on target.
Correct. Well, I mean, they can technically hit the post and it goes in, and then it's not a shot on target.
We're going to get technical.
And then
James was Mr. Technical O'Neill.
What was crazy about this game? It seems like match fixing might be back.
Match fixing is back, boys.
Lucas Paqueta gets a red card in the game for one of the craziest things ever. Dominic Szoboszlai gets fouled.
Yes.
And it is 100% a foul.
Yes.
Right? Then he goes and whinges at the ref that it shouldn't be a foul. The ref gives him a yellow card for dissent. So he proceeds to go double hard on the ref. And so you're going off at him, clapping in his face and doing all this stupid shit. Gets a second yellow red card. Everyone just goes, well, there goes the game.
Yeah, that's it.
To be fair, after that, they did have one opportunity where they probably could have scored.
Bowen?
And Bowen put it over the crossbar.
Yeah.
But then came down the other end. Joe Gomez again gets a fucking assist.
Yeah.
Right? To be fair, it was a shit fucking ball. But it worked out for Cody Gakpo, who took it on the chest, takes a turn, and just buries it for 2-0. We get the win that Slot so desperately required.
Yes, he definitely needed that win. All right, we'll get into the game of the round. It was first, second before the start of the week. 1-1 draw. We both, I think you picked Arsenal, I picked Chelsea, ended up being a draw, which always happens. But I want to start off with Reece James. The dude is a freak, right?
He had a very physical game. He was bodying a lot of players.
He bodied the Arsenal midfield. And this midfield was, because he plays a CDM in this game, right? And he was, one, the best player on the pitch. Two, he looked like the best midfielder in the game. I think he had 6 out of 6 recovery, 6 out of 6 ground duels. He had like 5 recoveries. He had an assist. He was mad crosses. Like he'd get the ball, make a run, and then switch it across, and all of his passes were just hitting. Everything that he did turned to gold.
Well, which I think he kind of had to do after the 38th minute.
Yeah, I mean, look, arguably we dominated Arsenal that first 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. We dominated. We had chances from Esteval, and Esteval should have buried his one. Kind of pops up for him, and he blasted it over the bar. Enzo and João Pedro both had pretty good chances too. And then, look, no one has denied this. It was a red card for Caicedo.
Yeah.
He's come down. He's gotten on top of, I think it was Marino's ankle.
He got his ankle.
And look, he was super aggressive all game. Now, I've seen some Arsenal fans going, he's trying to injure our players, and he's not the best midfielder in the world because he was too aggressive. He was too invested in the game, blah, blah, blah. He's an aggressive player. You know what I mean? People complaining about him trying to injure Arsenal players is ridiculous. This isn't the 80s.
I mean, if anything, they should be complaining about what Enzo and Cucurella did to
Mad cunts.
Did to Madueke.
Love that.
Yeah,
they gave it to him.
Tackling him, just in there, it's like yelling in his face on the ground.
They drop him, and then they're just like, you fucking sad cunt.
I sent that one to Aiden. He replied to me going, going, oh, that's a red card. It should have been a red card.
Shut up, lad.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Put him in the sin bin. Raya made a couple good saves, but Sanchez made some fucking big saves.
He did a couple low. The one critique I will say with those saves is that he kind of battered them back into the box.
One of them he nearly with Gyökeres chasing after him.
Yeah, and the first one he had every right to go for that ball.
Yeah, see, I was watching it live and I thought he jumped. And I'm like, if you jumped, bro, it's a red card. But he's come in and just tried to get the ball. Mm-hmm. Look, unfortunately, he's gotten Sanchez. It was a yellow. I was pushing for a red, but it didn't happen.
yeah.
But look, we go into halftime 0-0. I'm very happy with our play. And I think that Maresca learnt from all the other red cards that we've gotten over this year.
I believe this is number 7.
7 red cards we've had. One of them was Maresca, but we've had 7 red cards this year already. And now he's learnt that instead of going into your shell and just trying to take on pressure and then counter, he kept pretty much the same team out there, and we kept pressing. Yeah. Neto pressed, Reece James pressed, Enzo had to drop back in, he pressed, and we really put pressure on Arsenal. I still think we were the better team, even with 10 men. I think that we probably could have won the game. Well, we should have won the game if we had 11, but I think we could have won the game with 10. We get the first goal. Chalobah gets his goal.
Nice header.
Very nice header. No one on the back post. I've seen Arsenal, someone complain that Enzo was offside. You're going, get over it. You know what I mean?
No, you can't get over it.
Yeah, they can't get it. They really want that clean sheet record. It's not going to happen. But then I will give it to Arsenal pressed, and Marino gets his header 10 minutes later after a sack.
He was completely unmarked.
That's what burnt me, right? Is Fofana has dropped out and Gusto is there marking 2 players. You can't have that. You've got to have everyone marked up.
Yeah, there needs to be some leadership where you're picking up.
Correct.
You pick this guy up. You pick this guy up.
Yeah. So it was that was annoying. But look, after that, Arsenal had one good chance at the end where
look, I'll say for a team that's versing for almost one half and another half.
Yeah, it was about 60 minutes.
60 odd minutes of 10 men. They managed 5 shots on target, equally as many shots on target as you guys managed.
Yeah.
So while people are going, Arsenal, they're probably the most informed team. So I'm not sold that they're a Champions League and EPL winning squad.
No, not after this performance, right? I did not see that from them. Like, we had more shots than them.
Well, it's the same when they versed us and they just had the wrong tactics.
Yeah.
And we managed to beat them in one of the games that we actually won this year.
I do feel like Arteta is happy to take a point away from home.
Yep.
Now, because when you got 10 men, they should have way more than 8 shots.
Yeah.
And they had 8 shots all game against 10 men for an hour. So the way I see it is that we stifled them. And I think the way to beat Arsenal is actually take it to Arsenal. You take it to Arsenal. If you're aggressive,
you cannot sit back with them.
Correct. You can't let them just play with the ball.
And I think this is the problem with a lot of them, that these teams just sit deep. They're happy to absorb some of their pressure and see what they can do.
Yeah.
And look, eventually you're going to snag a goal with that way, right? Like, they do have quality in their team. They've got a 20-goal-a-year striker, man.
Apparently.
Yeah.
There is just one little thing I wanted to bring up. I think Maresca might have worked out the corner and long throw-in tactic. So what they, usually you got a corner, you might have one striker up top. Okay. Well, what Maresca did is he put 3 attackers up top. So what that does is, like, you can't risk, if you're Arsenal, you can't risk a counter attack. So they had to draw their players out, which left so much space in the box. Right. So that allows Sanchez more space to go and collect the ball.
Okay.
And it worked. We did that with Tottenham as well. And with the long throws, we did the same thing. We had 3 players up top for a counter-attack, guy in the mid, and then the defenders. And it left so much space.
Well, you cannot take the risk of flooding the box, because if you don't win that ball and it comes out, you've got a 3-on-2.
Correct. Exactly right. So what Maresca did is he pretty much, not bullied, but he influenced Arteta to say, okay,
Well,
you can't go up. You have to stay back and mark those players.
He gave them a choice, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
all right, yeah, you can overload the box and you'll probably have additional players in there. One, the players are going to put up front probably aren't even going to try and attack the ball from a defensive aspect.
Correct, yeah.
So I can put them up there. It's a bit of a risk, but what's more risky? You allowing them to be there, or do you back yourself on the long throw enough? I don't think it would work against a smaller team.
Like a Sunderland or...
Because I think they still go for it because that's their tactic, right?
Yeah.
They're still going to go for it. And plus they've got players like Ballard and stuff in their team who love a flick on, right? And they're quite strong at it. So I think it wouldn't be as effective against a smaller team, but against a bigger team where they're trying to, especially set-piece teams.
Especially these big teams that can't afford to drop points. You know what I mean? Like Arsenal couldn't afford to lose that game. Imagine they lost against a 10-man Chelsea team. It would have been fucking uproar from their fans, and it would have given all the teams below, like, Arsenal can be beaten.
Yeah. But that gives them a tactic, right?
Yeah.
Same thing when we kept losing all the games. Every team just came out the exact same way.
Yeah.
Right? They just go, well, low block.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what to do about it. Just put a low block in.
Yeah.
Sweet. if we snag a goal or two, we win the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, it was a crazy round. Obviously, Arsenal's lead is now shortened.
5 at the moment.
So
Well, it was 5 as of this morning. And then City has played. Spoiler, they won. So it drops it to 2. And Arsenal play, as of the recording, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
So, yeah, we have already started round 14. So, unfortunately, we're not going to talk about fantasy for round 14.
But, I mean, we can look at kind of the 2 weeks that are now ahead, right? So, you've obviously got midweek games getting played at the moment. And then we're going straight into, from Friday, it ends with this round, straight into Saturday at 11:30 with the next round with Villa and Arsenal.
Yep.
So I think from kind of the perspective of the upcoming games, it is an overloaded amount of games. And I think you want to look at home teams and pick a lot of home teams for wins because, these guys, especially the teams that have played Champions League, right? So you've played Champions League
or any Europe, right?
Any Europe, yeah, correct. So you've got European football into the last weekend's games, into the current midweek games, into another weekend of games, into more European the week after.
Yeah, bro.
So essentially they're
playing...
playing...
And then another round after that.
In 2 weeks, they're playing 5 games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you've got this round, next round, Champions League. Well,
And
sorry,
I
last
think
round, this round, next
the
round,
teams you want to
Champions League.
tip against, right? It's like Palace. Like we've been saying, you want to tip against Palace. If you've got Palace players in your team, I mean, I wouldn't be expecting them to be delivering quite a lot.
Not with the schedule they have. They can't. I don't think that they can hold up much longer with the team. I think you're going to start seeing injuries.
Yeah.
I think you're going to start seeing them get fatigued. I think there's going to be goals conceded, and I'm really considering taking Munoz out. I do have other players I need to take out first, but he is a strong shot of being taken out because of just the amount of games that he's playing. He's just playing a crazy amount of games.
And I mean, look, upcoming games, the Arsenal Brentford still to come in this round. We've got Sunderland in this round, and this is really going to teeter on what's going to happen with Slot here. It's at Anfield. We should definitely be able to beat Sunderland. And I think if he doesn't pull a result on it, the pressure's back on, right?
Yeah,
West
you
Ham's
can't
helped him a little bit.
Yeah, you can't just go off that one West Ham
But
win.
Sunderland's in better form. And to be fair, that West Ham win that we had was not convincing. We didn't destroy them. We didn't score to the 60th minute. We need to score earlier. We needed to dominate the game earlier.
Yeah.
And this whole, we've had like 73% possession. Who cares? Score the goal.
And
I'd rather you have 20% and score a bunch of goals.
Correct. And look, this will not be an easy game. Sunderland are a well-drilled team. They beat us at home.
Yep.
Right? Also, we were at home. They beat us. And I think that they will be... The low block that you've been talking about will come into full effect.
100%. Shaq will be there. Shaq doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. He'll be fouling left. I'm putting him down for 3 fouls.
Yeah. Easy. Why don't we go through where the standings are at the moment with the Fantasy League?
Yep.
So, obviously, Stammer remains first. He's about, 50 points clear of second?
Well, he's already got 52 points and he's only played 3 games.
Yeah.
I was caught. So, as of the end of last week, I cut his lead down by 30 points. And I was like, I'm starting to creep up. Literally spoke to him yesterday, like, bro, I'm creeping up on you. Yeah. And then today happens. I'm like, fuck.
52 points. Look, his team's very well drilled.
Yeah.
Okay? Like I've been saying all season, here comes a cash, right? He was sitting down below. He's now jumped up to 4th.
Yep.
So he's still a hefty amount of points
He's
behind.
he's still 70 points away.
But at this point, I was at one point catching Stammer. I'm now almost 100 points behind him.
Yeah, you're about 86 points behind.
I think it depends on what the scores come with all these games coming thick and fast.
Correct.
Over the
Yep.
Christmas, New Year's period.
Yep.
Everyone's going to have to start doubling down and trying to figure out whether players. If you haven't used your chips, use them already.
I've got one more free hit. I'm saving that for, I think there's a game in like 3 weeks. With the round in 3 weeks. I think I'm going to use it then. But yeah, anyone that hasn't used their chips, round 19, you have to use them by.
Yeah. Otherwise, resets.
Otherwise, it resets and you lose a chip.
I'm down to just bench boost, so I'm going to have to.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've got to. Well, if you use it the right way, it's great. If you use it the wrong way, kind of sucks.
But the good thing is we do all get a second chance now, which I do like.
Yeah, we need it.
We do need it. Yeah,
we need it, right?
We're not damn professionals here.
Yeah.
I know it's part of the title, but
Yeah.
or part of our name, but we're not. I'm not a professional at this shit.
Yeah, no, we're professional couch pundits. We need an understanding about that, man. So look, I think with the league here, it's really about now. Look, Liverpool. I'm still on the train that like picking, and I think Cody Gakpo would have been a good one.
Gakpo, I think, will be a good midfielder to have.
To put in team one. He's quite cost effective. He can go. You can and he plays every game, right?
I'm just wondering if there will be a rotation because Salah didn't play against West Ham.
No,
and I wonder if he's going to come back into the fold because you can't have Salah just keep sitting on the bench.
No, well, this is the argument that I had. I think we're waiting for AFCON to come out because we want. I prefer how we play when he's not on the pitch. I feel like we lose the ball a lot less. There's more fluid passing.
Yep.
There's a lot more movement that happens, especially on that right side. Oh, yeah. And then you're seeing the likes of Joe Gomez getting the availability to come play there. He's getting crosses in, which are quite effective.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd like to see that. I think if we're looking at kind of the runs to pick teams on, from a smaller perspective, who are we looking at?
Well, look, I'm looking at look, you guys still have a good run. I think we said this last week. You guys got about a nice 6-game run where you've got not this week, not the Sunderland game, but after that, you got Leeds, Brighton, Tottenham, Wolves, Leeds, Fulham. That's a nice little run there.
Yeah, and I think there's 2 players you put in my mind, Gakpo and
Szoboszlai.
Yeah. Right, Gravenberch is a shout, but again, hot and cold. Yep. Whether or not he's going to be.
You would rather. I think you'd rather spend that little bit of extra money on Szoboszlai.
Yeah, because he takes free kicks too.
Correct. Yeah, and corners. I'm assuming.
On occasion, yeah, Wirtz takes a lot of corners.
Oh, okay, okay. I think he might be a good shout. Once you see him score, or
his price will start jumping up quite a lot if he starts scoring and assisting as well.
Yeah, so you just wait for him to bottom out.
Yeah.
And then if he starts to score and assist, I'd throw him on my team with that run. But yeah, look, it's a bit hard to know what's going to happen. We've still got games to play before next week's games.
Correct. So I think I think the focus is one, see what happens in this round. Then obviously back those teams. I'd be avoiding Palace players.
I would start taking them out.
Players. I think Bournemouth are in a bad form.
Bournemouth they've past their peak.
Yeah,
they were killing it, and now I think they're on a downward spiral.
There was arguments where people were putting money on them to win the league.
Yeah,
they're going to do a Leicester, and I'm like,
crazy, bro.
All right, I mean, and great if they did, but
look, I'll just give you their run, right? So they got after their game because they lost to Everton this morning.
Yeah.
Right? So they got Chelsea at home next week, then Man U away, then they got Burnley at home, Brentford away, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Tottenham at home.
Yeah.
Dog shit run.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Because I might even get Semenyo out of my team at this stage.
It's starting to look that way. I saw a lot of people saying like, yeah, I've had Semenyo since the start. It's time to take him out. I think it is time to take him out. He might still be injured, but the whole team is just kind of crumbling. And now you got this rough period coming up. Time to take Bournemouth players out.
So, yeah, look, I mean, I think what people need to focus on is trying to catch goddamn Stammer. One, he's too confident. He's already calling the win. He said he's too far ahead. He's already winning. He thinks he's Arsenal all of a sudden.
He is Arsenal. He's Arsenal through and through.
Yeah, the guy here, the hope runs strong with this one. But yeah, and then I'm going to say dark horse is we're going to have to watch a Cash. He's way too confident as well. Sitting there, telling me how he's watching all of the games back to back every goddamn week.
Well, maybe we should get him on the couch and he can tell us what's going on.
Well, we should get him via Zoom, actually. We'll get him to come
What time
on.
would it be over there?
I mean, look, he'll make time. Yeah, don't worry about that guy. He doesn't do anything except me.
You know what? We stay up late for them. He
Yeah.
can fucking do the same.
Other than goddamn sending me like 100 memes about Liverpool on a goddamn weekly basis. Prick.
Well, if you're going to do it, now's a good time to do it.
Look, I mean, look, all right, get it while it lasts, you know? But all the same, you're still a prick. Oh, but look, I think we're going to keep watching the games. Liverpool tomorrow. I'm keeping my fingers and my toes crossed for a win.
Yeah, big game. Yeah, we got Leeds away tomorrow as well. So hopefully we can keep the pressure up. And let's hope that Brentford might be able to pull a result.
Oh, mate, they do, and they keep 2 points. They keep City within 2 points of Arsenal.
Two or three points.
I can see some very nervous Arsenal fans all of a sudden.
I could see that happening too.
All of a sudden, Arsenal fan TV will be good again. Their viewership will go up because everyone will be losing their shit going, Arteta out. Arteta's the worst.
Yeah, no, I'm sick of hearing about how they've got the best centre back in the world, the best midfielder in the world, the best striker in the world,
Yeah.
the best goalkeeper in the world.
But they can't call the league. They go, we can't win. All right, bro. You know?
Shit.
All right, well, until next week, man.
All right. Keep up with the games.
Yeah. Peace out, motherfuckers.